He'll never know. All my life is just despair. But I don't care.
When I listen to old music, that's one of the few times that I actually have a kind of a love for humanity. You hear the best part of the soul of the common people, you know, it's their way of expressing their connection to eternity, or whatever you want to call it. Modern music doesn't have that calamitous loss that people can't express themselves that way anymore, you know.
I rap in lost ciphers. My mind's confused like it's crosswires. Don't hit me in the crossfire. Up in holy smoke. This music's not a joke to me. It's the biggest impact on my life since I've been known to breathe. Simplicity is pure, yet my thoughts are blood and burn. Recorded, written on the wall, yet we still don't making earnings. Searching for the lasting truth, yet it seems so hard to tackle. Distorted maps aside my route as I begin my travels. It seems family history is on this mantelpiece. Literally watching over all the peeps that come to feast. Man, I'm sorry for my stubbornness in search for inner peace, but I'm eager to begin, confront my fears that been released. Fat, sick and nearly dead, heed my warning, hear me friend. The chimes are getting close to midnight and I clearly said I fear the end. Mingle in a melting pot, drank too many beers again. Need to send a message to the loved ones that I will defend. We're stepping upward on this incline. Left us questioning our insight, but we're mentioning it this time.
Bell-tipped tales of a scattered mind, screw loose pantomimes. Population one left to run with no open eyes. Focus dies quickly, these shoes never fit me. Footprints I leave seem to plead for a flashback. Sad sack, reminisce on times where our plans matched. Happiness on hold, visions of the abstract. Fantasize for some clarity of conscience, where movements I make are in tune with my functions. Search for substance on roads that I've never walked. Clever thought, nah, just avoiding what I'm craving for. Great escape is found way beneath the bottom of this bottle that I'm holding onto off my rocker back and forth. Wave goodbye to another night of sanity, avoiding what I wanted and replacing it with fantasy. Wide awake, hoping I can wipe this slate clean. Nothing's changed, late to rest, have a nice daydream.
We're stepping upward on this incline. Left us questioning our insight, but we're mentioning it this time. Cause it's getting close to midnight.
He'll never know. All my life is just despair. But I don't care.
We have heard the chimes of midnight, master of a cello.
It cuts deep, heal your wounds, trickle life's elixir. Thick skin, pickle thoughts, means you rise a victor. Stay steady on the show, down your old now. When pathways lead astray from your hometown and on your local scene, brother, won't deny you'll kill it. Liquid visions, Gambino style, you wish you'd lift it, but don't realize when life takes an awkward turn, pulling down all the scaffolding you thought you'd done. But now you find you're grown, just wishing that you had a home. You didn't think, shivering within your knackered bones. That's why the rat for the heart's made of shattered stone. Packing bags, stagger back to your habitat alone. Life skills emphasize through your mic skills. Eyes peeled but frightened of what it might reveal. Nice meals, high heels, but you demand more. You're prejudiced against everything I stand for. I stand tall, so handling the pressure. Stress will never get the better. Next to settle down forever. Catch the ending of my tether. Meant to vent out all my temper. Best to send for my successor. Send some end in my endeavours through the forms of my surrender. I'm deader than the embers from the fires of misadventure. I send a tremor through the burning lies of the oppressor. I'm measuring displeasure as I rot and start to fester. I rot and start to fester. I'm dead but in denial. I claim enlightenment through trial. Claim that I ain't frightened of my rivals, but then I'm lying cause I'm proper scared continually. Living in this lair of mystery, man, it sickens me. So sit down before I spike your wine with water. The powers of Poseidon links the forms of Wu-Tang torture. And when I find my chamber, the calm before the fall, I want the first lines of reunited written on the wall. So sit down before I spike it, wine with water. The powers of Poseidon links to forms of Wu-Tang torture. And when I find my chamber, the calm before the fall, I want the first lines of reunited written on the wall.
Sinking in the dirt with the versions of the steps that I've left. I crave that mellow brick road for a second of rest. That first glimpse of the daylight, gallons of breath, a long walk from insanity's quest. Think I'm lying alone, but far from it, not a mind of my own. With eyes closed, stuck at work, seeing binary codes. 9 hours I'll be gone, leave my life back at home. I'm busy trying to draw the blood from a stone. Let the settler roam and find peace within. Shed an old skin for a new coat to settle in. Lose touch with pestilence, forming new thoughts, forgotten ones festering. But rearrange mistakes with a change of their lettering. But what's a grip on reality with a steady hand? And who's to say the moves we make are not already planned? I'm thinking, fishing for visions of better lands, where we can sit and sink our feet into this desert sand. We're seeing double in a life we tried to isolate. A picture perfect memory to live until our dying days. Resonating happiness, glorifying elation, and capturing that moment while we're still faithful with patience. Reach for silver linings, these passing clouds craft a new horizon. A shining light I barely cast my eyes on. We're swimming deep and full of fear to fight a new Poseidon, while putting faith in others' hands but barely stand beside them.
So sit down before I spike it, wine with water. The powers of Poseidon links to forms of Wu-Tang torture. And when I find my chamber, the calm before the fall, I want the first lines of reunited written on the wall. So sit down before I spike it, wine with water. The powers of Poseidon links to forms of Wu-Tang torture. And when I find my chamber, the calm before the fall, I want the first lines of reunited written on the wall.
Luca, Brazi, book Thieves, let's go. So what you think about me now? You don't even know me, no. Hollering at me on Facebook if you're feeling lonely. See, I cut ties with enough lives, but that's alright. Done this shit all on my own, relish them rough times. See, I could be the only one who knows about it. Rolling round, laughing loud, flat on my back, without a use for shouting. But if the picture isn't witnessed, is that still existing? Is it just a case of a dick without a pot to piss in? No, it isn't, that's an old opinion. You can ask my people if you see me rolling with them. Life is peachy, no it isn't. It's a game, I'm in my own division. Check the vocalism, I hold the pole position, sitting in the palm of perfection for a perfect minute. Singing about your winnings, just enjoy it if that's all you're getting. So I say it again, cause it's worth the mention. Luca, Brazi, book Thieves, yo, that's all you're getting.
I play the focal point, I notice noises coming from the potent voice. I'm hoping pros and toys are left behind to soak in loneliness. Not annoyed at 12 years, no one's still not heard of me. Waiting for the good and bad, I'm drifting through my purgatory. Certainly I've had some time to self-reflect and settle debts. Won't be losing friends through selfishness or blatant pettiness. Wishing that my idols would just stay away from Twitter, where divine thoughts are humanized in forms of social media. What's it take to be a man? Fuck it, loving someone every day. Until they rip your heart, I leave you stranded like your Hemingway. I call to arms, I'm falling fast through boring art and tourist paths. Sorting out my shit as hard as learning how to ballroom dance. And when I pass, I really hope all people will remember that it's all a game, a walk of shame, and nothing will remain intact. Hard enough to love yourself and think of your achievements. Don't compare yourself to people, no one's leading, just believe me.
This verse is the end of me as you know it. This personality varies, let's split the surface and show it. I get the urge to regurgitate rappers' words I observe, to see that my mirror's image is looking back with uncertainty. Climb the ladder while these snakes lurk in the background, confused in what it takes to even make a decent track now. A high percentage of this scene is hyperventilated when MCs get hype on typing lines about their Facebook status. Who the other one? Christmas cracker joker shit has had its time, so pass the torch to those who know some doper shit. Focus kids, don't conform and act or see now. You can't convince me half these tracks are what is known as freestyle. I take my time with writtens, purpose built to work with any track on earth. I'm given urban tales of Edward Gibbons. This is my version of Luther King to his clergyman. Winston Churchill's concern when a victory looked uncertain. Something's not working though. When we prioritize our lives on social media, searching for twerk videos. Only happy if the rapper chatting has a fancy hat and fuck his raps. I only like his style because he's got some swag.
again and starting to write more lyrics and things, it's definitely sort of spawned by watching other people do it. I mean, I've been 27, nearly 28, so I've been doing it nearly sort of 11 or so years, and so sometimes, you know, it's difficult to kind of find the inspiration to keep doing it when the fact is, for many people like me and for other MCs, it's like a hobby, and you know, you don't make any money for it. Like, you know, my day job is I'm a teacher, and you know, a lot of people
Yo, Thieves, let's take the sight of outsiders looking in through the eyes of the like-minded to find life in this vice-ridden time crisis. A far cry from the sunlight that once shined in but still can light up the minds of the one-sided. Rotten thoughts first person, avenues of gonzo, my fun's low, rip a page, draw the curtains, no end to written verses. Call me Mobius Strip so I can have a different purpose, but one surface, I'll turn hermit. Air to breathe and switch off, full tank of petrol, but I'm resting in this pit stop, the lid's off. Rum and ginger with no obligations, await the pace change, bucket full of patience. Break bread with Hunter, dinner at Bukowski's, battle in the skies for acceptance from the Valkyries, a foul breed. Sweet elixir on my tongue, now this is your brain on drugs.
We wake up another day, another twisted tale. Nothing came from the pennies in the wishing well. We're still ourselves, but we're dreaming that we're someone else who lives their dreams every single day and never fail. We wake up another day, another twisted tale. Nothing came from the pennies in the wishing well. We're still ourselves, but we're dreaming that we're someone else who lives their dreams every single day and never fail.
If I say I'll change the world through vain and hyperbolic statements, I might add into hypocrisy of those that play this nation. Frightened off the hype, I'm hiding hyperinflation. With internet sensations, man, it's trying all my patience. I'm waiting straight back for the messiah of rap. Revive, pump life straight into my hideaway patch. I'm wide awake with the thoughts of what I loved and I lost. Like mixing cold dreams and soda streams above and beyond the call of duty. Who sees this mixed up world and shades of beauty? I'm trying to jump like puddles like my neighbour's Akabusi. I'm rapping so loosely, never given a chance. I made to wait a lot of years before my victory dance. So cheap thrills I gotta savor, forgetting all the failure. Love labour's lost, I'm lost in fucking love flavor. I'm dreaming Fantasia means a musical score with flag and horse, mixing Mickey Mouse and dinosaur horns.
We wake up another day, another twisted tale. Nothing came from the pennies in the wishing well. We're still ourselves, but we're dreaming that we're someone else who lives their dreams every single day and never fail. We wake up another day, another twisted tale. Nothing came from the pennies in the wishing well. We're still ourselves, but we're dreaming that we're someone else who lives their dreams every single day and never fails.
Whatever happened to the heartfelt, uncompromising sound? They might be who got sick of all the shit. 2 minutes proxy rebellion, drenched with the sweat, and dancing all night, and pretending that you care, draining the strength you never wanted.
Yeah. Nightmares complex with the force of Mother Nature's wrath, making plans to wipe away the course abroad, my favourite raft. Breaking through the waves, no mistakes, so you'll break your craft. Like smashing up Greek plates or just bathing in an empty bath. Pick apart a Parker pen, what's writing up your bars again. You're spraying in a cipher in a garden, then just mastering the art of big and innocent, as young as can be. When you're dreaming of a world just full of laughter and peace. Man, I climbed up the trees till they turned into my castle, and gathered sticks and stones till I had the mighty arsenal of guns, what a weapon, stash or paper as my treasure map. Seeking out the dangerous beast that really was my neighbour's cat. Drift through life like the wind blows a paper bag. 2 weeks of bruised knees and just I'll see you later, dad. Alone adventuring, what it takes to make a man. That's all I'm mentioning, follow me, I'll take your hand.
Just to let you know how I feel, word of my deeply rooted from my Timbs to my Dicks of Every day I sit back thinking about the future years. As they pass more quickly, time fades and disappears. We'll be back. Just to let you know how I feel, word of my deeply rooted from my Timbs to my Dicks of Every day I sit back thinking about the future years. As they pass more quickly, time fades and disappears.
Turning life back, shadow stands apparent in this time lapse. Before he even knew what kicks were or hi-hats, this kid's mind can thrive off the thirst of adventure. No threat from the world, just a playground for shelter. His plans never difficult, the door's always open. Happy climbing trees before the years that he would smoke them. Hit the courts, muddy shorts with a stack of sticks. Grab a board, barely had to shove it in his bag of tricks. Summer's morning, waking at the crack of dawn. Never had to call a friend to stand up knocking on his door with no apprehension, no bitter thought to mention. Before he sat upon the bench that gave reflection, his early days barely holds the cards that his parents gave. Steady bears a brave face with the ace of spades, playing games, running home in a scruffy tee. Time's up, lights off, let his mind wander free.
Just to let you know how I feel, word of my deeply rooted from my Timbs to my Dicks of Every day I sit back thinking about the future years. As they pass more quickly, time fades and disappears. We'll be back. Just to let you know how I feel, word of my deeply rooted from my Timbs to my Dicks of
Every day I sit back thinking about the future years.
Now they pass more quickly, time fades and disappears. We'll be back.
They say money makes the world spin, so where's the aid when there's hurricanes and whirlwinds? Being ill-informed started all these civil wars, and still you wonder why these migrants want to live abroad. Beneficials robbing books to give them to the poor, to teach and educate so they can brave it through this storm. It feels like I'm an outlaw, everybody stuck inside and never outdoors, glued to computer games, acting out wars. Now the earth's surface is turning into hell's floor. We're just trying to find the beauty, so please don't re-quote, this life is not a movie. Unscripted routines, blunt skins and blue cheese, lump sums for new means, the love's gone but few see. So right now we're at the end of a dying age, you can either hide and wait, find your faith or try and change.
Yeah, I think the world turns up and down, not spins around a roundabout. Feels like I'm shouting out, but nobody has found me now. Lost up in the tracks of a desolate environment, working hard like migrants who were caught up in a cyclone. Here are all these people so unhappy with themselves. I've been there myself, bruv, I know just how it felt. Zoned out, roam around, London urban walkabout. It's music to my ears, other people are just falling down. Soundtrack defined by songs of 20 years ago, still relevant to me though. My heart beats like Primo, quoting Walter Scott in his bars, how does he know? The essence of a scene that's getting bitten like mosquitoes. Wandering a country lane, avenues of trees with the breeze running through my veins. Sunshine on my face, it's an everlasting case of what you want and what you hate. When you're left alone to focus in this celebrated place.
Yeah, they say kill or be killed. Shit, is that how you feel? Consider killing for a measly couple crumbs of your meal. And if you're desperate for a piece of pie and eager to steal, then our comparisons are different, but our lives are revealed. So as this world spins, I stand still. You run the world, let's run the globe in search for tranquil surroundings on this landfill. See just how your hands feel after logging out and logging off for true reflection sessions like it's Granville. Finger painting statements for a second, when it's safe to say the face of what you exercise has changed in your profession. Where progression isn't sought after, fools will laugh at anything. If the blind leads the blind, we start to stumble into everything. Forcing people up and out, shut them up and shut them down. Drunken louds left to run amok when they get buck in town. But who am I to speak? Times are changing every week. Negativity is easier than standing up to lead.
Coming home?
We ain't got a fucking home to go back to, Ray. Everything in that place is fucking smashed. Jesus, I mean, I feel like you really must hate me. Well, I don't feel loved. I mean, that ain't love. I mean, can't you see what the mess we're in? You not notice what we're like? I mean, we don't talk anymore. I mean, when you go out with your mates. And then when you are so fucking old.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so tired.
Check my confession, test the lessons that are flat packed. With eyes on the prize, just messing with the abstract. I'm sat back on a life support, bound in cord. Twisted tighter as I try to liberate my thoughts. So don't deceive me, just tell me that you'll never leave me. I won't survive, never thought you'd see me big and needy. Like Mr. Jones, watching him predict his pattern weekly. Same meagle every day, same show on TV. Walking meekly up to bed at 7 in the evening. Won't wake up though, he didn't know when sides were bleeding. He lost all feeling, sick and never big and needed. Sick of big and badly treated. Yo, these times today, when smiles are such a rarity, when so much anger breeds the ignorant who work and sleep. The blame game takes away forgiving memories, so those that need help the most are left behind for surgery. I dream a lot, turning round in broken sleep. Waking Hackney, head to Peckham where I earn my keep. I sing a lot when I'm walking through the morbid streets. Don't pretend you're poor when many people live in poverty. But policy will predict the outcome of the day. So every week I'll have the same urge to run away. Don't wanna get old like Mr. Jones so frail. Don't wanna get old and feeling like I failed.
Those baggy eyes shouldn't play no part in your life. You need to drift away and find your heart. Realize that all this time it might have stained your path. So recline and close your eyes, taking off that mask. Those baggy eyes shouldn't play no part in your life. You need to drift away and find your heart. Realize that all this time it might have stained your path. So recline and close your eyes, taking off that mask.
Yo. He was greeted with half a smile from an achy heart. A time of love had passed, she'd barely even taken part. Days spent withering and whispering her thoughts away. We're spending time alone, just reminds her that there's no escape. He'd shake the rain off his umbrella once he locked the door, and every drop would tell her that she's seen this many times before. As he approaches his drink, dinner and cigarettes, he didn't fail to notice that she barely even left the bed. She doesn't say a word but wants to scream I hate you. Convinced herself enough to think these bruises are what made you. Scared enough to turn her back in fear of what he might do, dependent on the alcohol. Tonight he's in his fight mood. The sound of cutlery smashing down is enough for this once beautiful woman to run away in a rush. And although she can see the exit and easily get away, he's all she's ever known, so she'll grin and bear the pain. Those baggy eyes shouldn't play no part in your life. You need to drift away and find your heart. Realize that all this time it might have stained your path. So recline and close your eyes, taking off that mask. Those baggy eyes shouldn't play no part in your life. You need to drift away and find your heart. Realize that all this time it might have stained your path. So recline and close your eyes, taking off that mask.